Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be checking out Girls Legend U from Umamusume. Now a lot of you guys requested me to check this out, so here we are. But if you have a specific video that you would like me to react to ASAP, guaranteed, and then be sure to check out my sponsor page down below, sponsor.app/trailblazer_Didina. You can also request for me to react to the anime as well so that I can put it on YouTube as an edited version. So if you're interested in that, then go ahead and check out my sponsor page. In any case, let's get started. It feels like we're going to a tournament. I'm not sure how this song is gonna go. Yay! I'm recognizing the Umas, at least their appearance. I'm proud of myself. Names will still be a problem, but I'm remembering little by little, thanks to you guys. Oh, I love her voice. I am partial towards the deeper sounding voices. The song kind of reminds me of like AKB48 songs. Dang, look at that. That total intense camera work. Yeah, you want to win. That's how it should be. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many. Oh yeah, I like her voice the best here. I like the song. I clap with them. It's just that it might be too loud, so I won't do it here. That was a lot more intense than I expected, especially since the beginning was kind of soft. I mean, it wasn't soft, but it felt a lot slower compared to here. I think it's because they build it up and it like slowly increases the speed and also the intensity of the music. But I like that. It definitely reinforces the whole idea of racing, where you might start off slow at the beginning, but then in the end, you always go fast and strong. And that's pretty much what the song feels like. That's why when they say kachitai or I want to win, it very much shows it through the music too. But I think I like the second half a bit more. And oh, who was it? Not her. This girl, the one who's in the front. It's such a bad spot to. Okay, there we go. She looks She's very cute. But her voice was not really my type in the beginning, but it really matches well with the song because, like, middle range, I think. I'm not really much of a singer, so do correct me if I'm wrong. But I like the fact that she's like right in the middle with her vocal tone and chord or the notes that she's hitting. So it definitely blends and connects the two ranges. There's like one that sings a lot deeper and then another that sings a lot higher pitched. Well, that's what it was, pitch. And so because she's in the middle and she's literally the center too, it connects everything together and it makes the end a lot more exciting because of it. Also, I find this so funny, but I mean in a good way. But the more I watch these, the more the camera work is going crazier. Like right here, let's see, where is it? I think it's right here. Right here, right here. Where it's like the close up of all the girls and then back and then front and then back and then front and then back and front. I'm like, I'm getting dizzy from the camera work, but it works really well because it shows like how dizzying, you know, actual racing is like because you're putting all your effort and power into it, you know? Oh, if there's one thing that I more than anything want to commend, I think commend is like a good thing, right? Or at least compliment about Umamusume is their camera work in the concerts. Usually in a lot of Japanese music shows, the camera work is not that great, if I'm going to be honest. It's not really my favorite. I tend to like the camera work done in K-pop or Korean music shows a bit more. But in Umamusume, the camera work is just so well done. And it's even more dynamic, probably because, you know, it's not like you're doing it in real life. You're basically having the camera work done via a software, whatever you might call it. So it feels a lot more dynamic and the lighting goes so well because, you know, they have to plan it out very carefully. And I'm really glad that they went this way instead of doing it like the typical way that's done in, for example, in real life Japanese music shows. I mean, they do it well sometimes, but a lot of the times it's like very not dynamic, if that makes sense. If you watch Japanese music shows, you might understand what I mean, but they usually don't like do focuses on specific people dynamically in this way, like the way that they do it here. And even in other music rhythm games, or at least in music rhythm games like Project Sekai, from what I've seen, the camera work is also done dynamically. So I'm really glad that for a lot of Japanese games, they at least do a very, very wonderful job with the camera work, the lighting, and then blending it together with the music and the dancing and the costume. Everyone looks different, everyone has their own style, and yet they all blend in well, which is one thing that I really enjoy about watching these, especially for Umamusume, where all the girls have their own personalities and origins, and yet they fit together very well when it's on stage. Surprisingly, that's not something that you are, at least for me, I never really liked it when it was like super dynamic with the clothing instead for a lot of music groups in Japan. But I think it really works well here in the game anime sort of format compared to like in real life. Personally, I'm sure a lot of people love it, but I don't really enjoy it as much when it's like in person. Not that I dislike the songs or the group themselves. It's just that's why I don't really like to watch concerts. I just like to, unless it's like a soloist or a duo, I prefer just listening to it for the most part. But this is a good example of wonderful camera work, wonderful lighting, and it's not to a point where it's like blinding me. So it's very comfortable. And I like the stage that they made. It works really well because it shows the three groups. and then bringing them together, and then they're finally at the very top right here. Right there. It just goes to show that everyone is aiming for number 1, which is why they're going to the top. In any case, I really enjoy this one. Thank you for recommending it to me. If you have other ones you would like me to react to, then list it down below, and hopefully I'll be able to add it to my list because there's a lot right now. But the more repeats, the more I'm likely to prioritize this. So I'm just letting you know that that'll help me decide. But if you have one that you really want me to react to, guaranteed, ASAP, prioritize, then go ahead and go to my sponsor page. In any case, if you enjoy watching this, then be sure to support the original video and play the game. And of course, if you liked my reaction, then be sure to give it a like, comment below, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!